will fill your mouth. Aye. Somebody say, God forbid. You must have gotten to that level. Hallelujah. Mama, please, I would need hanky, please. Then, how many of you know the true and exact amount of money your husband earns? A lot of you, they can never tell you. You are synonymous to the devourer. The moment you hear the problem that even seniors, thank you, sorry for my left hand. The problem that even senior the money that they told you about will come out from you. That is an error. It's an error. A man should be comfortable telling you, especially if you're married to someone like my husband that works offshore, their salary is not static. If you are a devourer, they can never tell you jack. Yes. And you keep on saying, the man does not like me, the man does not, how will he tell you? Make it tell you, make you chop that money today. Never. And that's why you must own your own money. Because if you own your own money, you will not be thinking of how to devour. It will be, yeah, now, I've gathered something like this. Can we do this investment? Hallelujah. And so, I asked these exact questions because I wanted to drive something. So I'm going to be asking another set of questions. If your husband loses his job now, how many of you, before I used to say debt, and people say, hey, China, that's too harsh. But I have a friend who has lost her husband and has 4 children. So that's why it became a, when myself and I became very close friends, it became an eye-opener for me. So I'm going to be asking this. If your husband loses his job now, can you comfortably carry the house for 5 years and the standard of living will not drop? That is, something happens and he's laid off from work. And the next time he gets a job is 5 years. And for 5 years, you can comfortably carry the house. If you cannot, then there's a problem. If your husband wakes up and walks away with a strange woman today, can you still fulfill his blueprints for your children without batting an eyelid? Some of you, your husbands have said they want to take the children abroad, they want to do this, they want to do that. If peradventure now he finds love, some of them used to find love after 25 years, and then they now find another love. Will those children still be able to go to the US? These are honest, shrewd, wicked questions you must ask yourself. Not that you are praying for the worst, but you too, you are preparing yourself in case of, what if the job is lost? My husband was not paid for 1 year. Luckily for me, I'd already started, sitting up. And so nothing changed. No, in fact, he even used to tell me, slow down. It's too much. Reduce your hand. 1 year, he was not paid. And for 1 year, nothing happened. Everywhere was still highly normal. Shrewd questions you must begin to ask yourself. And I ask all of these questions because one of the ways privileged to sit with a woman, I always share this story everywhere I talk. I sat with her, and she said she was jogging. Her husband was jogging with his cousin. The cousin was on the road, and the husband was inside. And the husband said to him, oh boy, you go try, come inside, make me jog for road. And the cousin said to him, why? He said, because if anything happens to me now, that was how they said it in Igbo. Meaning, if motor jam me now, my wife will airlift me from here, straight. But if motor jam you, problem. We'll begin to make calls. Can you? Do you have? Please, can he sign? Please, thumbprint. Bank say. These are very honest and brutal conversations you must begin to have with yourself. And that will begin to influence you. And that's audacity that man has is coming from a place of knowing that his wife is heavily armed with resources, such that anything that happens, except God rules otherwise, If it is for money, his wife mounts. And your husband must begin to say things like that of you. If not, there's a problem. If not, there's a big issue. And one of the things that annoys me is that a lot of women underestimate themselves. You know, we tell ourselves we're not the breadwinners. The fact that the one that used to irritate me is, but you've forgotten that some of you, through your wise counsels, have helped your husbands get to where they are. A lot of you, your husband will dare not take any decision without saying, let me talk to my wife. Let her pray about it. Let me seek a wife's big issue. And all of this, to begin to sit up, you must, first of all, like I said, get restless, get tired, get uncomfortable. Enter your parlor and say, this parlor is tight. Come to your chair and say, this chair is not big. I go to something and change it. And start thinking of how to change it. I say, no, I want to, the money they are calling, I want to get angry so that I'll make that money so that I can do my parlor. And she was advising me, take it easy. It's not like that. So sometimes you need to get angry. Anything that you know that will push you. Some of my friends, is their phones. They just get angry and say, I don't like this phone I'm using, so I need to hustle. And in that process of pushing, you know, they're able to gather money much more even than the phone that they were planning to buy. And I always use it to say to them that if you can gather much more money, you have so much to change your life because you're tired of where your life is. And then you must also begin to develop the consciousness of making money. I don't know why people don't talk about money. When I sit with my friends, all I talk about is money. Money, 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 money. But I see that people hardly talk about money. They hardly talk about how to make money, what's the way forward, you know. And I was talking with my friend recently, and I said to her that sometimes when you even see people that have money, you say, are you sure that they worked hard for their money? Are you sure that they did this for them? And that way, because you do of making money, you must hunger for money. You must thirst for money. You must consciously walk into things. So that means you must have a strong desire. You know, because I grew up without my auntie, eventually my mom had to ship me to her because things got really bad. So my mother said, you know what, carry and train her from that side. I grew up with my auntie, and I thank God every day for that. Because I grew up knowing that even women could make their own money. I grew up knowing that, I grew up not with the mentality. A lot of people have the mentality that it's only men that ought to make money. But because I grew up without my auntie, the husband wasn't too well to do. So I grew up knowing that, so women self, they make money. You must also begin to give yourself reasons to succeed. So there are two lists I have. One of the lists is the people I must not fail. I love when my husband talks about me. Oh, you need to see. No, you need to experience that. Have you seen where they ask him, anybody asks him today, I pity the person. Oh, she's at a ladies' conference, she'll be ministering today. From there, I'm sure she'll be going to the office. From, her goals just end. Do you even know my wife's name? Her name is Merchant China. Sir, when we married, is Uche now? Now, he does not, I don't think he remembers that my name is Uche anymore. He says Merchant China, and then he goes on to say, hey, you can check her out on Instagram and Facebook. She's very popular there. Hallelujah. So you need to experience it. So you must have a list. People you must not fail. Your parents, my mom used to be on that list. And I thank God every day. Because I did not fail her. One of the last time I want to remember, go and read it, because I remember when she fell sick, and then, now, you have money, but you are still make them never remember me for village. And when she fell sick, even she did not know I had that kind of money. So when she was here, they were trying, God, Oh, when people don't have money is when they make decision, is when family make decision on your behalf. Check where the person does not have money. So the family were trying to sit down and decide. When I heard it, I moved. I took the sole decision. Took her to the hospital, like, hey, and then I just paid off everything. Anybody, this is why you must make that list. So my mom used to be on that list. Then my children, someone was saying 8 million. And I said, so if it's 8 million, I said, is it part time or per session? She said, she'll get back to me. I said, let's assume it's 8 million a session. That means by the time they'll be ready, it will be like 15 million. So I'm starting now to put myself under undue pressure. You must become restless. So I said, I want my children to go to Charlesdale. I think I like how that school sounds, Charlesdale. When they ask me, what school is your child? I say, Charlesdale, So you must have that list. People say, some of my friends will say, this is a vanity list. But it's some things that drive people. Something must be driving you. Something must make you, there must be a reason why you must wake up. You have 3 children, you are looking at them. If they ask you the name of the school, do you know the first explanation? The school is somewhere around that side. You might not know it. Hallelujah. The school is just somewhere, just around, around. Me, I want to say the name of the school. Yeah, my child's in the school, yeah. Not just my child, but my children, all of them are there. And we don't own school fee. Add that one too. Something must drive you. You must have a list of what must be driving you. The second list, people that must not laugh at you. I have so many people on that list.